Hello, everybody, and welcome to Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the Riverhounds take on the defending USL Championship holders in Orange County, SC. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Allegheny Health Network, a proud partner of your Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis here with you, excited for this one with the Riverhounds and Orange County having plenty to play for tonight as we take a peek at the Eastern Conference table. Pittsburgh, Ryan, fighting for a home playoff game in the first round.
This is a dress rehearsal of the playoffs to come, Sean. This Pittsburgh River team is going to be motivated to get those 3 points to join the party with Tampa Bay Rowdies and Birmingham Legion coming down the stretch in the final weeks of USL.
It really is a big game. Riverhounds have a chance to get level on points with the Rowdies and the Legion for that third spot. Here at Highmark this season, when you look at the full picture, they've done well. Recently here, they've struggled. 5th place in the East coming into the night. Yeah, I think they've struggled to score goals on a regular basis, and I think this Pittsburgh team can turn the corner as they come down the stretch because of veteran players like Kenado, Forbes, and company. They have plenty of attacking talent, that's for sure, but Bob Lilly's mentioned in recent weeks they need to start taking their chances if they're going to get a home playoff game. Now from the Orange County side of the coin, Ryan, they basically have to win out if they're going to get in. They're currently last place, but the champions can still somehow get in. Sean, the most dangerous person in the room is the person with nothing to lose. I think Orange County here, their season is on the line. They're basically out of the playoffs. They're going to play loose, play attacking soccer, and see what happens. They have to win tonight if they are to stay alive for another week. And they're hoping that the Golden Boot hopeful Milan Alaski is going to help them in their cause. 20 goals already this season. He has been their MVP. He can score in the box, and boy, he has like 4 or 5 goals outside of the box this season. He is a double threat. On a team in last place, no less, Orange County still have a chance to get into the playoffs. Alaski has a chance to get the Golden Boot as well, but Pittsburgh Riverhounds stand in their way, hoping for a home playoff game here at Highmark. We will get you out to the kick from the Steel City, and it's coming up next.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Fun comes in all shapes, sizes, and jackpots. These games, they've become a part of me. They get me excited, make me happy. Although I've never been one for math, I've never had more fun with numbers. The thrill, the suspense, you know, it leaves me speechless. But if there's one thing I have to say, it's how much I love it.
There's a lot of love for the Pennsylvania Lottery, and when you see how fun it is, you'll understand why.
Cheer on the Riverhounds all season long at Mike's Beer Bar, Pittsburgh's home for local beer. With 21 TVs, over 300 local beers, and amazing food, Mike's is the place to be. Tell your friends to meet me at Mike's, Federal Street, right across from PNC Park.
Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis back here with you, moments away from the start of this one between Pittsburgh and Orange County. The defending champions trying to hold on to hope here towards the end of the regular season while Pittsburgh is fighting for a home playoff game. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. They're brought to you by Armina Stone. Bob Lilly's 11 looks like this, Ryan.
Love the 3-5-2, almost a 3-6-1. Rivera and Dixon are going to have to cover a lot of ground. But look for Robbie Mertz and Cicerone to partner up just behind Dikwa as they get into that last third. They are looking for goals tonight, Sean, and the formation shows it.
On the other side of the coin for Richard Chaplow's group. On the road, they have struggled on the road quite a bit this season. This is the lineup that hopes to change that trend.
Well, one big omission is Michael Orozco. He's not in the lineup tonight. You can see the patch-up job with Kasiple down at left back and Richards at the center back. But Diamond midfield, look out for Brian Iloski, number 10, to start creating for his brother. And big Sean Okoli in that last third. Should be fun, Sean, as these two teams are attack-oriented.
It's an Orange County team that sits at the bottom of the Western Conference, but it's been that kind of season in the USL Championship. Everyone in the West coming into the night still with a mathematical chance of getting into the postseason. However, with RGV winning last night, Monterey Bay and Oakland in action tonight as well, Orange County, the defending champions, find themselves firmly against the wall. Pittsburgh are trying to once again get back to Highmark for a postseason host position, but they have to take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of them as well.
Yeah, Pittsburgh haven't won in Highmark for over 4 games. They have to get it together and start to string passes consistently and thread the line, Sean, not just side to side. Be effective, have penetrative passes to Dixon and company on the wings so that they can then create for the guy in the middle.
Well, this time of the season, it's always fun to be at Highmark. This is always a great venue. It's always a venue where big games tend to happen in the USL Championship. This one is no exception in the Steel City tonight. Pittsburgh will get us off and running, going from right to left here on ESPN Plus in their white and yellows. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Pittsburgh Riverhounds control it, and we'll see if the Riverhounds can take advantage of a big opportunity tonight to move closer to those home playoff positions. Could this be the last stand for Orange County as the defending champions? If they lose tonight, they might be eliminated from the postseason this evening in the Western Conference.
You know, this Orange County team lines up as a 4-4-2, but what I love about their style of play, Sean, is it's so flexible. It can go into a diamond, it could go into a flat back four, a flat midfield four. They're so attacking, but their Achilles heel has been defending in transition. So as beautiful as they are going forward, Orange County, they can be disastrous going back.
Mentioned it earlier, no wins in the last 4 for Pittsburgh at Highmark. 3 draws and a defeat. The defeat came against Memphis 901 FC, who's picking off all comers at the moment, winning at Lou City last night. Ben Pierman's group now have their eyes on the top seed in the East. Pittsburgh could get as high as 3rd in the East, but they have to win tonight if they want the inside track, and they'll be level on points with the Rowdies and the Legion if they can knock off the defending champs tonight. Riverhounds on the front foot inside the first 2 minutes. Oh, it's threaded through nicely by Mertz, and in the end it bounces away from Albert Dikwa, who has scored 10 goals this season. Couldn't get the touch right there.
Sean, Dixon was the guy on the right-hand side, and he is the matchup, I think, against Villanueva on that right-hand side that's going to create havoc. Notice Robbie Mertz got room because of Dixon, and then the pass went in. Of course, it wasn't converted, but it shows what Dixon can do on that right-hand side.
Rivera trying to dance his way past 2 Orange County defenders. It's out for a throw. Defending champs lost 4-0 at Sac Republic last time out. Really put a huge dent into their playoff hopes. As Cicerone nearly was able to touch that through another set of blue-shirted defenders. And in the end, Rivera couldn't keep it in, just in front of Bob Lilly's technical area on the near side.
Well, you could see the intent by Pittsburgh, though. They look aggressive. They look like they want to get numbers forward. Sometimes a Bob Lilly team can be a little bit conservative with pushing numbers forward. That's not the case tonight. They're going to try to get all 3 points to stay, like we said at the beginning, in the mix with Tampa and Birmingham.
Goes out of play for an Orange County throw. A draw, it should be mentioned as well, would just about keep Orange County alive. Only a loss would put them in jeopardy of being eliminated tonight. And again, just had to double check the calendar. 24th of September, and every team in the West still being in there with a shot at it is rather remarkable. Again, you just look at the East. We know the 7 teams that are going to be there.
Here's the difference. The Wild Wild West has 9 good teams. The East has 5 big hitters. As you can see, this man is going to have his work cut out for him tonight. but they have 5 big hitters in the East to the 9 competitive teams in the West.
Ball through for Dikwa. Goalkeeper committed, and Albert Dikwa scores for Pittsburgh. It ended up being a simple ball through the middle. Patrick Rakowski commits off his line and doesn't get there. Albert Dikwa scores his 11th goal of the season. That's a career high. The Riverhounds are off to the right start. They lead by a 0-0 against the defending champions.
Well, Coach Bob Lilly has been singing this man's praises. He's found a way to stay fit, to stay on the field, and he's rewarded his coach with, like you said, double digits in goals. You can see him run through the lines, being penetrative, being direct. One touch past the keeper, next touch to finish. Beautiful center forward work. And what about the ball from the magician himself, Kinado Forbes? Another assist in the bank account for the Jamaican.
The league's all-time leader in assists comes up with another. We talked about before we even came on the air, Ryan, and Pittsburgh's lack of clinical play, especially here at Highmark lately, has been borderline shocking to see with the amount of attacking talent Bob Lilly has at his disposal. That was the exact right start for them. And Albert Dikwa goes down and gives the Riverhounds a free kick inside of 5 minutes after scoring the opening goal.
And here's another thing, Sean. I tell you what, he has 11 goals of the season. That is the 8th time that he scored the first goal of the game, the crucial opening goal. And it just shows what Dikwa has brought to this table. He has set the tone for this Pittsburgh team, and one of the reasons why they're going to be up to 3rd position, maybe by the end of tonight.
We do have keys to the game brought to you by IC Light. Slight adjustments might have to be made to them, but so far so good for Pittsburgh. They've had a good amount of the ball and they've been clinical so far.
Yeah, they want to possess the ball and have Orange County chase. Now, Orange County has a tendency to attack wide, as you're seeing right now. Pittsburgh have to stay compact and take care of the middle of the park. Now, Orange County, their Achilles heel, defending in transition. When the ball is given away, because they attack wide, Sean, you have to protect the middle and then, of course, play loose. And that's what we talked about. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who has nothing to lose. And if Orange County could come out with that sort of cavalier spirit, they can definitely take them to another level tonight.
They are on the comeback trail in the early stages here. Dikwa's goal in the 4th minute, giving the Riverhounds a dream start tonight here at Highmark. It is a result, if it holds, of course, long way to go. That could see the defending champions confirmed as being eliminated from the postseason chase. Miami and Monterey Bay have kicked off as well. That's a big one in both conferences as well, especially for Monterey Bay, who are trying to chase down a playoff spot in their inaugural season as well.
Just love what the USL is offering. They set this stage, this platform, and cities jumping on board and just building the game of football or soccer, whatever you want to call it, in this incredible country. And the fact that Monterey in their very first season can come in here and have that sort of showing, it's just what the USL represents in the people's game.
Well, we saw it with Oakland, their remarkable run last season. They're trying to repeat the trick in the West this time around. Detroit City's had a remarkable season as well in the East. They are confirmed to being in the playoffs as well. In Orange County, well, especially in American sports, right, you like to see parity. Orange County with the 3 seed in the playoffs a season ago. They go on, they win the title. Of course, Orange County fans won't like to hear it, but now they're in last place. Again, it's been so competitive in the West. Doesn't really dictate fully what Orange County's season has been.
Hello, Sean, Phoenix Rising.
Yeah,
that is the story as well. I mean,
yes,
they've ruled the roost over in the West, and now they're shoveling dirt, trying to stay, just stay within the conversation in the West.
That's a great point. And other teams and new stories are emerging. It's a beautiful thing to see. Along with some teams that have obviously been there a lot before. Tampa Bay, Lou City will have their say in the East, and we'll see what San Antonio can come up with in the West as well. The Switchbacks are having a good season as well. San Diego under Landon Donovan.
So much fun, by the way, the Switchbacks and San Diego. They play attacking football, and as a result of that, maximum points over in the West. I mean, really, really setting the stage for playing that type of football.
A few of the teams we mentioned are in action later on tonight. San Diego is at Vegas. San Antonio hosting Sac Republic. Switchbacks hosting Oakland. That's another big one in the West. If you want to take in that great Detroit City atmosphere in Michigan, they're going to play Tulsa. That game kicks off in just under half an hour, as this was a coming together involving powers for Orange County on this near side, and Rivera gets taken out.
I think it should have been a yellow card, but it shows the intent by Powers in this Orange County team. They're coming on the road here and showing how serious and the sort of intensity they have to complete this 90 minutes.
Albert Dikwa's goal has the Riverhounds off and running early. Second in goals on the team this season, just behind the 12 of Russell Cicerone. This was the last sequence after the free kick.
Again, Dixon on that right-hand side. He's the man. He's the guy who's going to cause space for other players to then give them an opportunity to lay one off or score.
Feels like a big few minutes here for Orange County. Trying to keep it at one. Forbes for Cicerone, delicately placed back, but Orange County have just enough numbers behind the ball before the artistry of the Riverhounds interplay cut them open.
Yep, the one touch right on top of the 18-yard box. That's where you want to keep your touches to a minimum. And Kenado Forbes, he's that type of player where he's contagious in the style of soccer that he plays, and he demands his teammates to play just like him, which allows the Pittsburgh Riverhounds to play that one-touch passing in the attacking third.
Ryan Olowski trying to get on the ball. O'Coley's hold-up play, but in the end, it's going to go to Bob Lilly's group, who win a free kick through Danny Rivera.
Well, he's been lively on this left-hand side. He's been on the edge of Powers' tackles in the last two sequences. But Powers is going to have to be very disciplined to stay with Rivera. Rivera is quick. He can go from touchline to touchline. Powers not the quickest player. He's going to have to be very disciplined positionally.
Cicerone playing it out wide. Another chance to chip it into the middle for Dikwa, whose header just lofts over the top. And again, Alex Dixon nearly found him.
Well, the shifty Dixon, he is a nightmare to face 1v1. Villanueva, not the best 1v1 defender as well. Gets to the byline this time, goes to the right foot, Sean, and just dinks it across for Dikwa. Tell you what, when the ball goes across to Dixon, as a center forward like Dikwa, your eyes have to light up as that ball, you have to get ready for that ball to come in.
That's going to stay with Orange County, I thought initially. On the near side. In the end, I think it's going to be a Pittsburgh throw. Nearly placed into the path of Dikwa, who is hurt here. You can see him grimace in the middle of that skirmish, and he stays down here.
Not good. I heard a shriek, Sean. And now he's waving for the medical staff.
Here's the replay. Ooh, and it might have been on the tail end there before he started to go towards the ground. Tough to tell exactly what caused it.
Still in a lot of pain. Bob Lilly just trying to refine the positioning. Center back, of course, Williams being one of the center backs will have to use Rivera as an outlet. And look like he's making sure that Rivera will be in the position to receive the pass.
This will certainly be a big concern for Bob Lilly and his team, especially after he just scored what could be such an important goal for Pittsburgh. The right leg is what's being attended to. Edward Kizza and Dane Kelly being put through their paces just in case they need to come on here.
Well, death, taxes, and Dane Kelly scoring is warming up. He is guaranteed to get in on goal, Mr. Kelly. Let's see if he gets his shot. Of course, Dikwa getting that opening goal, his 8th opening goal of the season, is not going to be motivated to come off.
Good to see him at least on his feet, trying to see if he can play on here. We were all very concerned when we saw his reaction to it. You said, Ryan, you can hear his reaction to the tackle initially. We'll wait and see. For the moment, Dikwa will get some further attention on this near touchline.
Yep, they're not done yet.
Mertz gets us back underway. Pittsburgh, for the time being, will play down a man.
Pretty straightforward change now. This is going to play a 3-5-1 with Cicerone. He's going to play the number 9 until Dikwa. There he is.
We chest it into the path of Forbes. Oh, Forbes tried to find Mertz. That was clever. Mertz will try to recycle it. Rivera's there for help. Rivera's ball into the middle. In the end, Cicerone tried to get there before Rakowski, who was waiting for it, could catch it. In the end, just a touch over the top.
Well, excellent play by Mertz. He showed the ball to the outside, then went right back down to the reverse pass. As you can see, Dikwa coming back into his familiar number 9 position. But then Rivera's cross just too close to Rakowski.
Great to see Dikwa back on. We'll see how he does. Pittsburgh tried to get it forward. It was a poor touch in the end from Powers, allowing it to be recycled by Mertz initially.
Now, this is exactly what Bob Lilly wanted. Remember, we talked about the keys of the game. Possess the ball for long periods of time. Now that they have that opening goal, Orange County has to be more on the front foot. They have to commit a little bit more to try and get back possession. Look at the turn by Dikwa. He is in form, Sean. That first touch on the chest was a turn to go along with it and took 2 defenders out with the turn.
Hey, Hounds fans, if you need help with your insurance brokerage coverage and consulting needs, make sure to call Epic Insurance, a proud partner of your Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Set piece opportunity for Canardo Forbes. Not many you'd want on it ahead of him. Forbes will play it short to Danny Griffin. Ball is looped back in for Forbes, and that's headed on and wide in the end, but the flag's up. It would not have counted. Cleverly done again by the Riverhounds, and they nearly snuck it past.
Well, Dixon dinks it inside. Forbes with a fantastic flick on, but credit to Orange County, disciplined, straight back line. And just before Forbes flicked it on, they were in line with Forbes. Anybody ahead of the game would have been offside.
In the end, Arturo Ordonez misses the chance to give it a second goal for the Riverhounds here. What a chance. And again, even if he had headed it in, the flag was up. So the run was not quite timed up, but what a chance.
The beautiful thing about this sport is the fact that they did create that chance. Whether it was offside or not, they all remember it. They all have their confidence up now. They all want the ball. They all realize that Dixon can take on Villanueva. So right now, Pittsburgh, after 17 minutes, dictating this game.
And we haven't seen it much on this end with Orange County in control of possession so far. Been a lot of defending for Richard Chaplow's group.
Well, it's funny that you brought up possession, Sean. I have the possession numbers right here. It is now 72% to 28% Pittsburgh. It's been one-way traffic.
And again, Orange County really can't afford to lose tonight. It would open them up to the potential of being eliminated from the postseason. Ashton Miles recycles it for Orange County. Just floated up there. Okoli chests it down, and in the end, handball appeals all over the place. Referee spots it.
Sean,
It's a free kick.
I like the idea though. Be direct. It's
Yeah.
okay to mix things up. You don't have to have 5 to 10 passes to get to the last third. Go direct to Sean Okoli, a target man. Yep, there was a handball, but I like the intent by Orange County. Switch things up, put some pressure on that makeshift back line for Pittsburgh.
5 goals for Sean Okoli this season. Dikwa trying to flick it forward on this near side. Rivera's pass is picked off by Powers.
Careless by Powers. Did everything right, intercepted, and just lofted it into space. Has to have more intent with the pass.
Ball is sent forward. Ryan Olowski
Now this kid is fun.
does well to hold up the play. Powers is there in support. Midfield, Kevin Partita. Kasipli over the top for Okoli, who flicks it into the path of Milan Olowski. Dixon takes no chances. It's an Orange County corner. Much better that time from the visitors.
Again, another direct pass into Okoli. It took out lines of defenders. They got behind the line, that back line. Okoli tried to bring it back across. No one there at the back post. But again, that ball into Okoli was the key.
Kasipli will take the corner. Orange County trying to get back on level terms here. From the corner, it's served in nicely. Really good path on it. Olowski's ball in. It's flicked on for a chance at the back post. And Jamali Wade got enough on it so it wouldn't squeak past him. And then the whistle goes to end the sequence. What a chance here for Orange County.
Love the corner kick. What about Olowski? He just kept it on the ground. He kept it in play. Put it back in the mixer. Jamal Wade came out, but boy, that ball, it could have gone anywhere. Good stop in the end by Wheat.
It needed to be. That was going to squeak through if he didn't get a touch on it. Rocha at the back post with a big opportunity. After both the Olowski brothers in the end, Brian and then Milan flicked it back into his path. Much better from Richard Traplow's group. Nice switch of the play to find Kasipli. And it's the right idea as well to try to find Brian Olowski, but Jamali Wade comes off his line. Good defensive work as well from Mikel Williams. No score yet in the Miami-Monterey Bay game. They're just about in line with us. And it's an Albert Dikwa goal to nil here in the Steel City.
You know, we talk about the playoff posturing before this game, Sean. One of the things Bob Lilly, one of the questions I asked him, hang on.
Okoli.
One of the questions I asked him is how important is it to get into that top 4 in the East? And he was all about the top 5 teams in the East are so good. Anything will separate in a 90-minute match, and just to have that home field advantage is so important, and that's why it's added extra pressure tonight for Pittsburgh to win tonight's game because of the Rowdies and the Legion giving up 2 points last night and just time.
Yeah, the 1-1 draw last night pokes the door back open for Pittsburgh after Pittsburgh played really well at Birmingham last time out and ended up losing by 2-1. Bob Lilly talked to us about how that was a game they really felt like they were the better team, didn't get the result that they were looking for. And hoping to make amends tonight. Olowski is shepherded away by Arturo Ordonez. Orange County keep it near the corner flag.
Yeah, Bob Lilly was not upset with the actual team's performance. Obviously, the result was not what he wanted, but you have to give credit to the Legion. They came back big in the last 45 minutes, and Lilly was just upset the team just could not hang on or protect their 1-0 lead going into the half.
Got a 1-0 lead to protect here against Orange County. Brent Richards, he's going to try to throw this into the penalty area. And Jamali Waite leads it really well off of his line and makes the catch.
So important to have a keeper dominate the box like that. Takes all the pressure off the centre backs and the wing backs.
It's the 7th time these two have met. It's actually the first time that these two have met since 2014, believe it or not. August 8th, Pittsburgh beat the then Orange County Blues here at Highmark by a 0-0. That was 8 years ago,
8 years
remarkably
ago.
enough. Yeah, 2014 was the last time these two met. However, despite Pittsburgh winning that last meeting, that's the only time they've ever beaten Orange County. Orange County have won 4 out of the previous 6 meetings.
2014, the World Cup was in Brazil, and Germany beat Argentina by a 0-0
Yes.
in extra time. Yep, that's a long time ago.
Do you remember who scored the goal?
I
for
do.
Germany?
It was Mario Götze.
Yes.
Coming off the bench and getting that goal.
Good memory.
Beat my beloved Argentina. So yes, I still wake up at night in shivers.
Yeah, that was the tail end of 2 World Cups ago, last time they met. Wow, if you want to measure it in that, that's pretty
How else do you measure
remarkable.
things, Sean? I only measure things in World Cups.
That's a good point.
In 4-year stints, that's it.
Yeah. It's actually the last time the U.S. was in a World Cup, 2014.
You see, Sean, you're catching on. It's contagious, right? That's how you start thinking.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Dikwa in behind here. Patrick Rakowski reads that one much better.
The next time your mother asks a question, Sean, do you remember like 2010? You're like, hang on, 2010? That was this World Cup? This happened? Yep. And she's going to stare at you like, what the heck has happened to my son?
She certainly will need an explanation, I think, that's for sure.
All right, here we go. Russia was last World Cup. 2014 was Brazil.
Yeah.
2010 was South Africa.
Yes. The Vuvuzela World Cup.
Vuvuzela. That's
Yeah.
right.
Cicerone the target on this ball in behind. Orange County do well to clear that. That was Brent Richards on the cover, but it's back with Griffin, who's continued to be an Iron Man for this Pittsburgh team. He's actually making his 80th consecutive league appearance tonight. Danny Griffin in that Bob Lilly midfield. It's still a remarkable stat.
Look at Robbie Moots. Just so in control, dictating play. Sits right with Keonado Forbes when the ball comes into the middle. Yes, Forbes pulls wide in the last third, but they sit tight in that center circle defensively. So anytime there's a dispossession or a disruption, they then break out wide, but they sit so compact defensively, Pittsburgh. Exactly what Bob Lilly wanted against this Orange County team.
Williams. Get some help from Keonado Forbes. Shane Wheat.
You could see Orange County. Look at their intent right up into the last third. When you have a man like this, like Dikwa, you can go direct and break the lines.
Griffin. Rivera was making the run. Griffin finds him. Griffin gets it back from Rivera. Dixon has Shane Wheat in support behind him.
Brilliant sequence of possession by Pittsburgh. I've counted 20 passes so far, and they're still going.
Mertz keeps it alive. Rivera tried to help it on. Dikwa does well to keep it going still. Wheat. They want to find a teammate out wide. It's chipped back into the middle, and Mertz just not tall enough to really redirect it after a wonderful passing possession sequence from Bob Lilly's group.
I tell you what, you said it, Sean. He has to be over the moon with the way his team is playing. They're all showing for each other. They're all confident on the ball. Nobody's playing hot potato and just trying to get rid of it. They all have intent when they get on the ball. And look at this Orange County team now. High press. They're having a hard time getting out their own half. But again, Sean Coley comes to their savior, and they can get the ball directly to him. Wins the free kick here.
Well, it's a thankless job at times being the lone 9. It has to hold up the play and get your team out of tough situations, but so far so good from Sean O'Coley. Elton Garcia is our center official, as Brian Losky is still down here for the visitors. The end of that last sequence.
The crafty Brian Olowski. Look at this, ball goes directly to him. He puts his body right in between, and as soon as Rivera comes in, wins the free kick. You can't teach that. That's just from reps, from playing over and over and over again in tight spaces, Sean. And that's how you learn that trick. There it is, the little wink. They win the free kick, and tell you what, I love this guy's game in the last third of the field. Richard. He's one of the few players in USL in the last third. He can take my wallet, take my money out just to watch him play.
Sorry, Ryan, I was just going to say that Richard Chaplow's hand was up immediately. He knew the script. Looking for the free kick. What can they do from the set piece opportunity? Brian Olowski's over it. Kasipli takes it instead. It's a good ball into the penalty area. Instead, it's headed away before Brent Richards could get his head on top of it. Pittsburgh concedes a free kick from the opposite end of the pitch, the mirror image.
Now, as good as Pittsburgh have been in open play defensively, this is where teams can creep back in off of set plays. You can defend as good as you want in open play, but you better take care of business when the ball is dead.
So Orange County will get another opportunity here, almost from the exact opposite side. Brothers Olowski will think this one over.
Now, that is interesting. I wonder how the conversation is like at the dinner table.
I was going to say, I think they've had 1 or 2 talks about this in the past.
Looks like Brian won the argument.
I'm going to say Brian will take it instead of Milan. Another good ball in as well. Mikel Williams strong with the header. Orange County get a corner out of it.
I have to say, with a name like Milan, there was only one destiny or one road for you in life to play soccer professionally. As you all know, AC Milan is one of the giants in world soccer. And if you're going to be named after a club like that, there you go.
Inter? No? Just AC?
AC and Inter, both giants. AC has more European Cups, so they're the bigger club.
Good point. Another ball looped in. Again, Pittsburgh do enough. Orange County will build again. Good defensive work from the Riverhounds there. They fended off 3 set-piece opportunities there in quick succession. Richards will take the throw. Saw earlier he can get some good depth on these. Brent Richards, it's right into the middle of the penalty area. Falls for Kasipli. Richards on the recycle. Curling it in, but again, Pittsburgh defended very well, forcing Orange County back.
I think Pittsburgh, in that sequence, just grew in confidence. There was 2 tough set pieces to deal with, and they dealt with it perfectly.
Brian Olowski from his brother Milan. Use it for Powers, who stings one into the penalty area. Milan Olowski goes down. Couple Orange County appeals for a penalty, referee points for a goal kick.
Well, a ball just played into the mixer, and Milan Olowski ends up on the edge of it. It was Powers just swings it in. A Coley there again, but I think Milan Olowski just waiting for contact. Yeah, it is. He just wraps his leg around and wraps his waist and just goes down far too easily right there. And that is no penalty every day and twice on Sunday.
I think Milan Olowski was hoping that there might be an outstretched arm in there. Pittsburgh defended that very well, as they have the last 4 sequences. Richard Chaplow's group continue to push, knowing that they really need at least a point tonight if they're going to stay in with a chance at getting to the postseason. Again, a loss tonight would essentially eliminate them from the postseason and would open up that option to be mathematically confirmed as well after RGV won yesterday. Oh, that ball is whipped in. Okoli tried to volley it in from the edge of the penalty area. It slashes well wide of the goal.
Sean Okoli, it's a half of a chance. Yep, there he is. He wanted to do better. Gotta keep your head down, Sean. If you raise your head, the ball will follow. Here's that second ball coming back to him. Raises it too soon, and the ball follows his vision into the crowd. There it is. Head comes up too soon there. And that took the sting and the danger out of the shot.
Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's Choice, Player's Choice. Albert Dikwa in the 4th minute, giving the Riverhounds the lone goal of the game so far. He's on it here for Pittsburgh. It's well defended by Ashton Miles for Orange County.
Tell you what, I see Dikwa's confidence, but he has to be a little bit more conservative in that area, trying to take the ball to the defender, poor control. And now Orange County is starting to grow in confidence, Sean.
Ryanolowski over the top. Jamali Waite reads another one really well there, comes off his line and clears it. It's a mistake that Patrick Rakowski made that allowed Dikwa to score into an open net, essentially. Especially now that goalkeepers around the world are expected to be so good with the ball at their feet and have that Neuer instinct off the line to sweep things away as well. You have to get it right for it to be effective.
Oh, look at that turn by Cicerone.
Beautifully done by Cicerone, and he nearly slipped it in for Dikwa. Orange County do enough defensively there to cut it out. Oh, beautifully done by Okoli, keeping Orange County in possession with just under 10 minutes left, plus some potential stoppage time in the half.
Well, two fantastic turns. First one from Cicerone, second from Okoli. Just shows the sort of talent in this league.
Ball is headed by Partida over the top of Forbes, and Elton Garcia gives Pittsburgh a free kick.
I tell you, this is one of those moments where Pittsburgh has to slow it down. Orange County have crept into the game over the last 5 minutes. Remember we talked about Bob Lilly wanting to keep possession? This is one of those sequences here where you manage the game and get back hold and have a long sequence of possession. Make Orange County work very hard to get back this ball. And I think they've heard me. Great pressure.
Great work ethic shown throughout the entire half from Sean Okoli. Orange County had to be careful with the ball on that side of the pitch. Villanueva did well in tight quarters, and Rakowski clears. Balls for Brian Alosky.
Well, Sean Okoli was in an offside position when that ball was played. Did not challenge Mikel Williams, but Williams' header was...
Well, Forbes picks off the pass from Miles. Waits for support. Dixon provides it. Two men on Alex Dixon. Sometimes that's what it takes with him on the ball. And Orange County gets away with it there.
Great cover. Villanueva's having a hard time with Dixon all of the first half. Get some support. And now Pittsburgh have to find another avenue to try and create something other than Dixon. Looks like Orange County have made the adjustment.
And these are the kind of positions where Pittsburgh need to get results from. Whether they've been in draws this season or let leads slip. The Birmingham game last time out is a great example of it. It's a game where the Riverhounds, from their point of view, have to go on and win it if they are to be here at Highmark for the first round of the postseason.
Yeah, looks like Antonio Rocha is sitting a lot closer to Villanueva to provide that support against Dixon.
Williams. Pass is picked off by Powers. Lofts it over the top for Milana Losky, who tried to shoot it past Ordonez.
Why not, Sean? He has 20 goals this season, and that's the sort of aggressiveness and bravery you want from one of your forwards. And this man has been on target for just about every game this season. Hasn't done many things wrong, and you can't fault him for having a shot there. He's in ripping form for the last 5 months.
League leading 20 goals. He has 4 assists as well. Although I will say Philip Goodrum has closed the gap to just 1. The Memphis striker has 19 now. I think at one point this season, everyone thought it was a foregone conclusion that Milana Losky was going to get the Golden Boot. Meanwhile, Robbie Mertz was being attended to there away from the play.
Looks like nothing that Powers did, but definitely lost his footing. Maybe, let's check his hand.
Ooh, it might have been stepped on there by accident.
Stepped on, there you go, yeah, good call.
Powers didn't mean it. Doesn't mean it didn't hurt. Robbie Mertz will rejoin us with just over 5 minutes left in the half. No goals yet in the Miami-Monterey Bay game. Detroit and Tulsa have also kicked off. 10 minutes in, no score. Griffin threading it through for Cicerone. It falls for Forbes. Resets for Ordonez. Williams is there in support.
Great patience by Pittsburgh, look at them. But Orange County's discipline in defense. Orange County just playing with a little bit of extra bite in their defensive third. Doing so well discipline-wise, not breaking down their shape, keeping their shape defensively, and really making Pittsburgh work for any sort of chances created in the last third.
Flicked on into the path of Cicerone. Cleared out for a throw. Mike's Beer Bar isn't only the home to the famous Steak on a Stone, but also the official watch party location of your Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Meet me at Mike's. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis here with you. Pittsburgh leading by a goal to 0. Orange County have had a little bit better of it the last 10, 15 minutes or so, but have yet to find a leveler in a game they really need to win to have a legitimate shot of staying in the playoff hunt. Kisipli forward. Milan and Brian Alosky link up. Powers. Richards. It's wonderful link-up play on this far side. A chance to cross it. Oh. Nobody home for Orange County near the face of goal. Villanueva puts in a brilliant ball there. No teammates there to head it in.
Well, they have the ability to attack from wide. Villanueva always looking to overlap. Lovely ball, lovely 1-2. I just thought Sean he could have crossed it at a lower level. He over-pushed in that last stride. And I think he just sort of took a right. He just sort of rushed the cross, and I think it went too high and away from all the forwards.
Brian Alosky. Orange County players looking for handball there. Referee allows play to continue. Rocha back for Partita. Headed into the penalty area by Kisipli. Okoli, handball appeals again. Referee says, no, no, keep going. And then Milana Losky tries to curl one and sends it over the top of Jamali Waite's net.
Every time they go direct to Sean Okoli, good things happen for this Orange County team. That was a hairline decision by the referee of a no penalty. Look at it again. Akoli tries to hook it across the goal. And yeah, Williams' hand was against his body. I don't think that was a handball. But again, being direct means those centre-backs have to react and they lose their shape.
I think the 2 penalty shouts we've seen in the first half both would have been very harsh to give in the end. Williams. Griffin. Wheat. Able to find Forbes. Dixon's making the run in behind. Mertz. Griffin. Forbes in for Cicerone. Cicerone for Mertz, who couldn't quite control it. Didn't really have time to control it in the end.
Again, the amount of numbers they get forward, Sean, they're wreaking havoc on this Orange County team. And with the simple one touches and flicks into the path of the newcomers, the incomers coming in late from the box or from outside the box, is really hard for Orange County to pick up. Really creating some chances for Pittsburgh.
Mertz for Forbes. Pass was picked off as Rocha stepped in. Reset for Miles, who looks downfield. Couldn't find Okoli. And Ordonez resets for the Riverhounds as we begin 2 added minutes at the end of the half.
2 minutes, stop and start.
Forbes is harried. Pittsburgh still has advantage, allowed to play on. Rivera.
His ability to hold on to the ball under pressure allows players to get space. And what does a player in soccer crave the most? Space. And that's what Kenyatta Forbes provides for his teammates. So yes, we talk about assists and chances created, but what about the space he creates for the players? Just priceless.
On the free kick.
Seems like anytime Kenyatta Forbes has the ball, there's always space around him as well. Always gets in very good positions.
He pops up like a mole coming out of your lawn. Just sticks his head up like he's free. He's like, how did he get there?
One of the best. Halfway through the minimum of 2. Williams over the top. Delicately placed in towards Richards. Forbes keeps it alive. Dixon again. Wonderful ball for Cicerone. Cicerone across the face. Mertz couldn't get there. Brian Olaski clears, but only as far as Wheat.
Again, getting behind that back line from a wide position from Dixon's Avenue.
Pittsburgh come again. Mertz. Forbes. Into the middle. Cicerone. Didn't quite have enough space and time. Rakowski, in the end, comes up with it.
It was Villanueva. They're picking on again. And they get to the byline with Cicerone. And again go down to Villanueva's side. And again they get across the face of the goal.
2 great chances for Pittsburgh to add to the lead. They have some defending to do here. Kasipli, this will be the last act of the half. Milan Olaski couldn't control it. Referee takes a peek at his watch and blows for halftime here at Highmark. Just the 1 goal in the first half. Albert Dikwa scoring inside of 4 minutes has the Riverhounds in front. But a lot of attacking chances for both sides, Ryan, after that ball went into the back of the net.
So far, so good for Bob Lilly's men. They're holding possession and staying compact defensively, making Orange County having to work for every bit of possession. However, Orange County, Sean, last 15 minutes have looked fantastic. I think we have a brand new second half to look for.
Certainly one with a lot of significance on it for both teams. Make no mistake about that. But the Riverhounds have the inside track to 3 points, and they lead at the half by a 1-0.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Alongside Ryan Davis, Sean St. Jacques back here with you. The Riverhounds in front of Orange County by an Albert Dikwa goal to nil. Big 45 minutes still to come in the Steel City, with the Riverhounds trying to push for the top 4 in the Eastern Conference. Let's take a look at some highlights from earlier in the weekend. It's going to be a lot about that top 4 in the East. We start in Tampa Bay with the Rowdies in the end getting a 1-1 draw with Birmingham Legion.
What a great ball from Dean out to the back. And guess who's on the end of it? Marlon Santos with a fantastic finish. And beats the newcomer for the Rowdies in the net.
You were saying this is probably the goal of the week in the USL Championship.
The 1-2, and what about the banana around the goalkeeper? Fantastic. Outside of the foot by the MVP of the Rowdies team, Leo Fernandez. Unstoppable, coming in from left wing back to create that. And yep, Brazilians on one end, on both ends, getting goals.
That's how it would finish, 1-1 between the Rowdies and Birmingham. How about this result from Memphis 901 at Louisville City? It started, though, with the boys in purple out in front through Wilson Harris.
Better be lucky than good. That one came right off of the defender and went right into the path of the forward to get a lead.
But Memphis, as they've done all season long, especially at the road homes of big opposition, fight back with an equalizer from Derek Dodson.
Well, right place at the right time. What about the calm finish? Didn't panic, just pass it into the net. 1-1.
And then a crazy sequence at the end. I still don't know what Aaron Malloy was trying to do with this, but in the end he puts it in the right spot. Graham Smith wins it in injury time.
Worst shot ever seen, best pass that ever occurred. And boy, does Memphis pay off at the end. What a finish by Smith. And talk about a valuable 3 points on the road.
3 players were also sent off after that, but Memphis won't care one bit. It's now in their own hands for the #1 seed in the East. This is the live table right now at the half in this game. Miami scoreless in their game with Monterey Bay. And Pittsburgh are where they want to be, at least closer to it. But that's why those results from yesterday mattered right now.
Memphis has a chance to knock Louisville off their perch and get to that #1 spot. That means Louisville has to come down and play an opening round match. Rowdies, Birmingham, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Miami, they all join the party.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. We'll take a break here. We'll continue to look around the league. Coming up next, some news and notes, the scoreboard, upcoming league schedule, and much more. Here at Highmark, Pittsburgh in good shape, leading Orange County by a goal to nil.
I'm on that routine. I'm on that routine.
Goes topics. I mean, yeah, let's talk about today's the day where I'm going to topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
Welcome to Tampa Bay. Here he comes. Cross, score! Fernandez, and the Rowdies are on the board.
And it's into the back of the net. El Paso waited for their moment.
Far corner, and it's in. What a goal! Are you watching Football Americas?
Cheer on the Riverhounds all season long at Mike's Beer Bar, Pittsburgh's home for local beer. With 21 TVs, over 300 local beers, and amazing food, Mike's is the place to be. Tell your friends to meet me at Mike's, Federal Street, right across from PNC Park.
Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis back here with you. Pittsburgh 1, Orange County 0 at the break here in the Steel City. Big 45 minutes still to come for both of these two, and we're looking forward to the second half here at Highmark Stadium. But before that, let's get to the news and notes from around the league as we are getting towards the final weeks of the season. Again, playoffs, Ryan, are set in the East, and we still have to determine seedings there, but in the West, it's still all to play for, and Orange County are playing for their playoff hopes tonight.
That's right. And what about San Antonio? They can clinch their number one seed this Saturday. Of course, San Diego Loyal SC is in all, and all the other teams are still alive. Wild, Wild West, living up to its name.
No question about that. USL Championship playoffs presented by Hisense begin on October 21st through November 13th. Big games throughout the league tonight and this weekend. Ryan, what stands out to you?
I'm looking at Las Vegas Lights versus Monterey Bay. Monterey Bay has been moving up the charts, looking excellent in the last couple of months. Let's see if they can continue their form. And what about San Antonio Sac Republic? Talk about two heavyweights tonight on ESPN Plus, 8:30 Eastern. That game is going to kick off in about 27 minutes. Two heavyweights going at it, locking horns.
Yeah, big games tonight, big games throughout the weekend. And of course, we have to mention as well on Thursday, the American soccer community lost a coaching legend. Tim Hankinson coached for more than 40 years, including stints with the USL's Charleston Battery, Indy 11, and Chattanooga Red Wolves, as well as working as a broadcaster for San Antonio FC. The entire USL mourns his passing. Our thoughts are with his family and all of the players who ever called him coach.
Fun comes in all shapes, sizes, and jackpots. These games, they've become a part of me. They get me excited, make me happy. Although I've never been one for math, I've never had more fun with numbers. The thrill, the suspense, you know, it leaves me speechless. But if there's one thing I have to say, it's how much I love it.
There's a lot of love for the Pennsylvania Lottery, and when you see how fun it is, you'll understand why.
Cheer on the Riverhounds all season long at Mike's Beer Bar, Pittsburgh's home for local beer. With 21 TVs, over 300 local beers, and amazing food, Mike's is the place to be. Tell your friends to meet me at Mike's, Federal Street, right across from PNC Park.
Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis back here with you at the half between the Riverhounds and Orange County. Bob Lilly's group off to the right start. They have the lead. We'll see if they can hold on to it in the second half. Big 45 still to come. We'll recap the first half of this one. 4th minute of the game, Albert Dikwa would find the back of the net. It was a great ball over the top, and in the end, Rakowski comes off his line, not able to get to it. Dikwa slots it home for his 11th goal of the season, and it would give the Riverhounds the right start to this one. It was a game that they needed the right start to it, and they got it. 9th minute is where the game continued to go in the Riverhounds' way, and Alex Dixon, Ryan, really started to get into the act.
Started to pick on Villanova on that left-hand side, his right, and they started to create a lot of clear opportunities and allow players to run into the box with service on the right.
But then Orange County started to grow into the game around the 20th minute.
Yep, a set piece. Brian Ilowski didn't overcomplicate things, put it into the mixer, and in the end, Shane Wheat just saving them off the line.
Plenty of chances for both teams in the first half, 9 each. 4 shots on target, 1 shot on target for Orange County so far. And that's where we stand at the half.
Yeah, surprisingly, Orange County 60% possession coming down towards the end, but 9 shots apiece. Both teams creating opportunities, not exactly converting, not clear-cut opportunities shown, but nonetheless, the passive has been crisp and the passes has been penetrative and creating the opportunities to get shots off.
Again, Pittsburgh are trying to get to level on points with Tampa Bay and with Birmingham Legion as well. And on the other side of things for Orange County, they need a result if they are to stay alive in the wild, wild Western Conference playoff hunt. A loss could open up a potential scenario where Orange County is eliminated tonight from the postseason. Quick look around the league before the start of the second half. No goals in Miami between Miami FC and Monterey Bay. No goals in Michigan between Detroit City and Tulsa. First minute between the Switchbacks and Oakland. Colorado Springs lead by 1-0. Wow. Didn't take them very long to get going. And Brendan Burke's boys have a very early lead at Widener Field.
Well, they have such good attacking talent up front for the Switchbacks, and they can score in a hurry, which makes that game so exciting. Let's see if Oakland can battle their way back.
It's a game that means a lot for the Roots. They are very much in the thick of the playoff hunt as well.
Looks like it was Elvis Amo who scored for Colorado Springs.
Orange County from right to left starts it off in the second half. Pittsburgh holding on to a 1-0 advantage with a big 45 still to come. Here at Highmark, Pittsburgh looking for their first win at Highmark in their last 5 games here, which is not often you could say that about a Bob Lilly coached side. I will say, this is the 5th time under Bob Lilly that Pittsburgh has faced the defending champions from the prior year. Bob Lilly's Pittsburgh teams have never lost. 2 wins and 2 draws in the previous meetings.
Wow, do they raise their level of game or what?
And they lead so far tonight.
You know, one thing you can see from Bob Lilly as compared to other teams, his teams are always so consistent. They have an exact brand. They have an identity. So no matter who comes in or who leaves, the identity is there, and everyone falls into ranks and sort of obeys the law. And that's how they manage to keep up their consistency and their high standard of play. Now, Orange County, they don't have that identity. So players have come, players have gone, and their standards have dropped.
Mertz. Wonderful ball for Dixon. He's always dangerous. Trying to get it inside, I should say, to Dikwa. Ball was just behind him.
Yeah, well said, Sean. That ball could have been at Dikwa's feet, but it was behind him and it killed the attack.
Well, Nanaloski goes down. Wheat concedes a free kick for Orange County just outside of the penalty area.
Well, Milanowski has made a living this season coming in from that left channel, coming into the right, either getting a shot off or creating for somebody else. And here he comes, gets the contact right there, goes over. Good call by the referee. Now, I think Brian Iloski is going to lose this argument here because this is the right footer's angle. And with 20 goals under his belt, he's going to be like, you know what, younger brother, I got this one.
Well, Brian won the argument in the first half, but like you said, the angle might change the conversation between the law firm of Iloski and Iloski here.
When in doubt, call an Iloski.
Jamali Waite has everybody in the right position for Pittsburgh. Both of them will stay over the free kick. It's Milanowski through traffic, nearly found Okoli. In the end, Pittsburgh get it out of harm's way for now.
I like the idea. He went goalkeeper's side. He knew Jamal Waite was kind of inching over to the wall side and tried to catch him out on his own side. In the end, it looks like it hits one of the Pittsburgh defenders.
Richards will take another one of his long throws. Serving it in. Waite just got a palm onto it. Cicerone helps it away. Richards to recycle it. Instead plays it back to Villanueva. Has his pass picked off by Wheat. Villanueva wins it back.
Oh, beautiful.
Dazzling footwork through multiple challenges, and then in the end, Griffin is there to stop him.
Anticipation by Griffin, leaving his central position and coming right across the Villanueva. And just we talk about accuracies in passes and shots. What about the accuracies in engagement and tackles? Griffin just exemplified that with a brilliant tackle to win that from Villanueva.
Good battle forward in the midfield there. Orange County trying to keep it going forward with Rocha. No halftime substitutions for either side, by the way. Same 11 for each that started the night. Cicerone stood up in the end, but it's a throw for the Riverhounds. Team leading 12 goals with 5 assists for Russell Cicerone this season. Over the top from Wheat, tried to find Cicerone. Forbes tries to head it back into harm's way. Orange County deal with it. Dikwa, good pressure. It'll stay with Orange County. Okoli gives chase here with Ordonez on the cover. Wade is able to get it further downfield.
Pittsburgh sort of going away from their identity of possessing the ball and allowing Orange County to get back in this game. Have to get back to that plan A of controlling the game, having Orange County press high, then go around the press and create easy opportunities. Seem to be rushing the direct passes, and it ends up right back in Orange County's favor.
Ball is looped into the path of Dixon. Still Alex Dixon, and he tried to shoot it. In the end, it goes over the top and out for a goal kick.
Well, good defending by Orange County, pushing Alex Dixon on his weaker right foot. And that did the trick, spliced it, just like your golf swing, Sean, right into the crowd.
You know me too well. Hey, Hounds fans, make sure to grab the Straub Riverhounds Amber Lager while cheering on the team here at Highmark Stadium. You can also purchase the Straub Riverhounds Amber Lager at your local beer distributor. Well, meanwhile, there, Orange County, multiple appeals there for a penalty. Elton Garcia, I think, just gave the dive signal to Richard Chaplow and the Orange County bench there. Said there wasn't enough in it.
I think Milanilowski maybe getting a bit of a reputation in that first half, went over quite easy, and the referee sort of turned a blind eye towards him, kept a mental note, and then may have had a case there, Sean, but because of that dive in the first half, the referee thought better to be safe than sorry and to side with the defense.
Well, sometimes reputation does go into these decisions. This is the look at it.
Oof.
Ordonez does extend the arm.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely dove, but of course it was a foul. He was shoved in the back, no doubt about it.
I think the tough part with that one, outside the penalty area, probably given. Inside, maybe referee has a second thought.
Good call. That's like giving away a goal as a referee, so you have to be so careful.
In the end, Orange County don't get the decision. In a game they really need to score, and they can't leave here with nothing if they are to stay in the playoff hunt. Dikwa tried to find Cicerone. Alex Dixon, 2 goals away from scoring 50 in his great USL Championship career.
I love the idea with Bob Lilly with this sort of 3-6-1 or 3-5-2 with Cicerone playing in number 10. The problem of playing in number 10 position, Sean, is that your players, the rest of the players have to buy into it. They have to look for Cicerone because he's always going to be running just in between the channels, and you have to be brave enough to play the ball into his feet. I think that's why we haven't seen much of the number 10 tonight.
Wheat for Waite. Quick outlet to Canardo Forbes, who couldn't find Dixon. Cicerone, nudged by Brian Olowski, but Rivera has it. He'll push it a chase. In the end, Miles clears.
Look at the intensity by Orange County defensively.
And they force a misplaced pass by a frustrated Robbie Mertz. They regain possession, the visitors.
Just looking at the attitude of the visitors, no doubt the coach Richard Chaplow had to have said something on the plane because they really are playing for their positions right now. We haven't seen this type of defensive intensity by Orange County all season long.
Mertz in behind here.
Beautiful.
Cicerone! Blocked crucially, out for a corner. Eyes widened for Russell Cicerone there, just couldn't find the back of the net.
Well, they live and die down in this right-hand channel, and guess who it was? Dikwa with the little flick-on header to Mertz. And what about Cicerone's fake right there? And then brilliant recovery, excellent recovery. I believe that was the number 15, Ordonez.
Crucial defensive work there from Orange County. From the corner, nearly a chance for Dikwa. And Griffin goes down. Referee comes back to it here. Brian Olowski, I think, was the one who made the challenge. He is still down.
Just like a rush of blood by Griffin. Committed to the challenge where he had to just throw his body. Look at this. Nowhere near the ball. Turned his back on the ball. Look at this. Turned his back to the ball, Sean. That is an immediate yellow card.
Griffin is pleading his case.
Not much to plead when you don't even know where the ball is and you're just throwing your body around.
And Danny Griffin was booked for that challenge. Like you said, Ryan, all over it. Not sure if Griffin was playing the ball or the man there. He just kind of jumped into no man's land there.
Yeah. I mean, credit to him. He stopped any sort of counterattack, but it was reckless.
Elton Garcia on the spot, gives him the yellow. Griffin stepped off for a moment after being attended to, rejoins the play.
Always a problem when you're playing defensive midfield and you have a yellow card under your belt.
All over the top of Coley. Another battle in there. Milanilowski getting tangled up.
Looks like the players are asking for Milanilowski. He seems to be just throwing his body around, looking for penalties.
I am curious if Pittsburgh was asking there to look out next time, give out a yellow card for simulation. For the time being, Jamali Waite sends it forward.
Great distribution by Waite.
Cicerone.
Oh.
Tried to find Mertz. It was clever. Shot comes in. Goes wide of Rakowski's goal in the end after some more good build-up play. Rivera took aim, it looked like.
Well, it all started with Jamal's Waite distribution to Dikwa. Finally, Cicerone gets his foot onto the ball and picks out Rivera, but it's on Rivera's right foot, which is as good as my left, Sean.
Dikwa's initial pressure. Milanilowski. That was a poorly timed tackle there. Orange County get a free kick.
So Brian Ilowski on the end of two tough challenges. First one from Griffin. This one from, that should be a yellow card.
That's what Richard Chaplow was yelling on the near touchline, Ryan. He agrees with you. At least one of his assistants was. I think Richard Chaplow also agreed with his sentiment.
It's the type of thing you lose your hair on, Sean.
I think you're right about that. This ball's looped over the top again. Milanilowski tried to make some space. It didn't help him in the end.
Well, instead of Milanilowski coming out wide as a false winger, he's playing that number 9 spot now. And now Orange County's trying to push the panic button a little bit, trying to get direct over the top, anything into his path. Where there's so much time left in the game, may want to start holding a little bit of possession, Orange County, instead of just looking for the home run.
This is going to go Orange County's way with half an hour still to go. Albert Dikwa's goal back in the 4th minute. Still enough right now for all 3 Pittsburgh points, but there's a long way to go. Oh, Garcia had a couple of words there for Tony Rocha. Not sure if there was words exchanged there or not, but I think that something along those lines is why Elton Garcia went over and had a word with him.
Well, good for referee Garcia, just keeping the peace, keeping the discipline on the field.
Dikwa trying to keep that in play. Dikwa possibly dragged down there. Referee didn't see it. Wheat recycles it. Forbes. Dixon. Rivera. Now Robbie Mertz.
Oh, great job by Orange County, forcing Pittsburgh all the way back. It's a little bit of a victory. Look at the possession, Sean. They get into these sequences where everything seems to make sense.
Forbes. Just too many men on him. Powers has it for Orange County. Brynolowski up ahead. Still alive here. Rocha. Okoli back into the middle. That's a big header defensively. I think that was Ordonez. Partida tries to recycle it. In the end, it's a misplaced pass out for a Riverhounds throw. We had 18 shots between the two in the first half, just the one goal. The next goal, if there is one, could be very crucial to how this game plays out and potentially for both teams' seasons, frankly.
I think with this season on the line for Orange County, it's going to be an all or nothing. I just don't see a draw here. It's either they go for 2-0, they lose 2-0, or try to win this thing 2-1.
Cicerone in behind. He couldn't get it to Dikwa. Villanueva was there, out for a corner.
Can't tell you the amount of times they've used this right-hand channel. The space is there all night, whether it's Dixon or Cicerone running into that channel. And again, another half chance created.
Another set piece opportunity for Pittsburgh. Can they make the most of it? In by Forbes. A scramble in the middle. Mikel Williams, I think, was closest to it. Didn't have enough time to react. Rivera lofts it back forward towards Dikwa. Wheat now tries to find Dikwa. And in the end, it's a reckless challenge from Miles, and he's booked.
Miles, full of that young energy, goes right over the top of Dikwa, and anything in the head range, the referee's going to call. Looks like it's an elbow to the back of the head. There's Dikwa here, there's Miles. Looks like he won that one fairly. It was very physical. But yeah, Dikwa took it right at the back of the head. Yellow card for the argument.
And more importantly, it leads to a good set piece opportunity here for Pittsburgh.
Looks like the referee did ask Dikwa to come off for attention because of the head.
Better safe than sorry in that regard. It's always the way to go nowadays. Elton Garcia would be pretty good at charades. A lot of the stuff we've been able to pick up on him is just from his hand signals tonight. Been tremendous.
Is that one syllable or two syllables?
Well, coaches are far away on Highmark's pitch. It's Garcia doing a very good job just letting them know with words and with actions what's been happening tonight. From the free kick, Mertz to Griffin. Griffin couldn't find anybody in the end. Dixon wanted it a little bit tighter to him. And it's a missed opportunity, frankly, for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh trying to be direct, hoping for Dixon to run into that channel to get behind Villanueva. A little bit of a misunderstanding.
Mike's Beer Bar is the official watch party location of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Come out to Mike's while the Hounds are away. Next match party is October 9th when the Hounds travel to take on Sac Republic at 5 p.m. Meet me at Mike's. 24 minutes of the 90 still to play. Potentially still in for a few more twists and turns here at Highmark. Both teams have been very close in the second half to scoring.
Oh, the possession count 57.7 to the Riverhounds, 43%. Now to Orange County, they've crept back into this game. And I don't know if it's tired legs of Pittsburgh, but they haven't been focused on playing those high possession sort of sequences like they did in the first half. They had one of those sequences right here in the second, but it's been very inconsistent, and it's allowed Orange County to come back into this game. Orange County has more shots, 8 shots to 6. Means they've been more direct than the home team.
Kasipli into the middle for Oloski. Ooh, Villanueva may have handled that. He did. Pittsburgh go quickly the other way. And in the end, Orange County give away a free kick.
Coach Bob Lilly will have to be furious with the speed they took that free kick, and they almost gave it away. Looks like it was Rocha who committed the foul.
Mertz has been banged up tonight, multiple occasions. Had his hand accidentally stepped on in the first half. Feeling it a little bit here in the second half as well after that last challenge from Rocha. Wheat. Forced back, good pressure again from Sean O'Coley.
Great flick on.
Dixon. Oh, beautifully done by Dixon. He just runs out of room in the end.
Great recovery.
Rocha was there.
Great recovery by Orange County, but Dixon again, so shifty. But it started off with Cicerone's flick on from the goal kick, from the clearance by the keeper. Look at this, sends him for a hot dog. And then look at that tackle by Rocha, great recovery.
Does look like Orange County are getting Eric Torres, but we'll wait and see when that ends up occurring. He's ready to go.
I was about to say, Sean, didn't see any substitutes so far in the opening 68 minutes.
Looks like Orange County will go to the bench first. Again, we'll await confirmation. Mertz ahead of the play from Cicerone. Mertz!
Oh.
Big save. Rakowski with Orange County's playoff hopes flashing before their eyes there.
Well, something out of nothing. The ball control by Robbie Mertz. He just has 2 defenders on him and still finds some daylight to get a shot off. Just brilliant.
Well, Orange County surely can't afford to concede again. Mikel Williams concedes the corner. This was the big chance here for Robbie Mertz.
Look at the ball control. The shift gets the daylight. Good shot in the end. The technique was fantastic. And good save in the end by Rakowski. Now with a defender coming off and a center forward coming on, let's see if Kasipli, one of the midfielders, dropped into that center back position.
Eric Torres comes on for Ashton Miles. He was on a yellow card. 9 goals this season for Torres. We'll get an early opportunity from a potential set piece here. Off the corner. Wheat gets his head to it first. Rocha regains possession. Partida back into the middle. Header is central, but right into the chest of Jamali Waite.
Love the intent by Orange County, wanting to be direct. That's when they're most effective. I know they have Torres and Okoli as targets. So there's not going to be much side-to-side play. It's going to be into the forwards and try to create.
Mertz ends up getting dispossessed. Orange County on the attack again. And this one curls onto the roof of Jamali Waite's net.
Well, poor cross on the right-hand side. Looks like it was Kasiple coming across. Has to pick out one of these 2 forwards. Just doesn't get around it.
Crowd getting into it here at Highmark. All the score lines from the other games, by the way, stay the same. Still no goals in Miami, no goals in Michigan. Just the one in Colorado Springs. Can Pittsburgh solidify their advantage here at Highmark? Lovely takedown from Dixon. Still Dixon. Nearly weaved it through multiple defenders there, but Rakowski saw it all the way.
Well, the first time Dixon has got a shot off in the second half. He started off with that intent in the first half and then sort of cooled off. He eventually got some daylight on his own dribble. But too tame of a shot.
Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis here with you. It's been a good game between these two, despite just the one goal being scored. First meeting in 8 years between these two teams. Another yellow card comes out there. Wasn't exactly sure who that had gone towards. There was a crowd of players here where Elton Garcia gave that yellow card. We'll come back to that. Ball is thrown in. Williams. And it nearly fell for Milan Alaski, but it's cut out. Mertz on the counter for Pittsburgh. Mertz in the end runs out of room, and he actually handled it on the way down. This was the yellow card. Mikel Williams for time wasting there. Torres into the middle. Milan Alaski for Brian Alaski. Kisipli. Brian Alaski trying to find some space. Powers trying to help out.
Boy, do they need a switch. Villanueva is over here. He can get a hold of the ball. Leads his team in crosses in number 3.
In the end, they just tried to keep going down that far side. Didn't lead anywhere in the end.
And here comes that switch finally. Nope, they go back to the right.
And they try to find Torres. Pittsburgh cut it out.
And this is when Pittsburgh now have to go back and start playing things simple. And this man is going to lead the charge in that direction.
Forbes to Dixon, who's well balanced. And in the end, Powers gets a clean challenge.
Great tackle by Powers. Dixon had a head of steam. That tackle had to be accurate. And it was perfect enough just to poke the ball away.
Powers giving it right back to Forbes with 15 minutes left of the 90. Rivera, great vision.
Great job by Pittsburgh. Maybe they get one of these sequences again. And this is like body punches in a boxing fight. It's going to take more wind out of Orange County.
Wheat will take the throw. Albert Dikwa scored all the way back in the 4th minute to give Pittsburgh the lead. Nothing in the back of the net since for either side. We talked about the other games, and maybe it's just been one of those days so far, but no one has scored in Miami or Michigan either. But Pittsburgh are pushing. They have it deep in Orange County's end here.
With 15 minutes to go, Sean, this is one of those times where you have to manage this set piece. You don't want to push too many players up and get caught on a counter-attack. So a Shane Wheat throw-in. You don't want to overcommit. You're defending a 1-0 lead.
Cicerone. Wheat. Cicerone from Dixon. Dispossessed. Just ran out of space. Pittsburgh will recycle it. Wait, has to be careful with Okoli bearing down on him. Able to get it upfield. Dikwa, the goal scorer. Can't hold on to it for too long. Out it goes for an Orange County, I should say, throw.
Orange County has been so good pressing. They've managed to disrupt Pittsburgh and get them off of their pedestal of possessing the ball for such long periods of time.
Forbes. Oh, what a ball that nearly was to find Dixon. Villanueva just had enough time to react.
Well, it's only a handful of people I can recall that can pick out a pass like that, and Keanu Forbes is one of them. Almost just shredding the defense.
Wow. Beyond vision from there. Kenardo Forbes. Now Mertz and Dikwa not able to really get on the same page there. Well, it's a result, if it stays like this, that Pittsburgh will certainly take. Get them level on points with the Rowdies in Birmingham, who drew 1-1 yesterday. For Orange County, especially after RGV won yesterday, and Monterey Bay are only drawing at Miami at the moment. There are scenarios tonight where Orange County is mathematically eliminated with a loss. Regardless, a loss really puts them up dire straits here as far as getting to the postseason.
Immediately, Pittsburgh starting to manage this game. Going backwards more often than forwards, but that's okay. With 12 minutes to go and a 1-0 lead is exactly where they need to go. Side to side, and every pass has to be managed.
Cicerone. Dixon, tried a first-time ball. Villanueva, he's able to clear it. Only out for a throw, and Pittsburgh are going to make a few changes here. Looks like Mark Ibarra, he's going to come on for Alex Dixon. Angelo Kelly, he's going to come on as well. And Toby Sims, he's also going to come on for Pittsburgh. And then on the Orange County side of things, Okoli, he's going to come off for Nico Ruiz. So 3 changes for Pittsburgh, just the 1 for Orange County. Looks like Cicerone was one of the 3 that came off there as well for Bob Lilly's group.
Tell you what, talk about managing the game. Ibarra, an excellent tackler of the ball. And then Angelo Kelly, talk about a veteran who can come in and manage that midfield alongside Kenardo Forbes.
There was a brief handball appeal in there against Orange County. 2 substitutes go right after each other. Ruiz trying to hold off Sims. Angelo Kelly upended there. Referee allows play to continue. Mertz just about keeping that alive for Dikwa. And all the way back to Waite, who clears.
Just don't see this scoreline staying the way it is. The amount of bodies that Orange County are pushing forward, you expect either a 2-0 or an equalizer. Ball comes in and inadvertently hits Powers' right hand. Could have been easily another penalty shown. Whether it was on purpose or not, there was a clear handball in the 18-yard area. And Powers will have no complaints if the referee pointed to the spot.
Yeah, those are always tough when it comes to reaction time before the ball does strike your arm. Can Pittsburgh see this out? Orange County know that they really have to basically win out. Certainly can't lose any more games. Detroit has scored, by the way, against Tulsa, for those keeping an eye on that game. They lead 1-0, second half in Michigan. Ball's floated forward into the penalty area.
Oh!
Iloski! Saved by Waite. Milan Iloski doesn't take the great ones. Many chances, but Jamali Waite comes up with a huge save for the Riverhounds.
That was all technique from Milan Iloski. There's never is the perfect shot shown, and he made it the perfect shot. But what a reflex save by Jamal Waite. Down to the right, never easy, and a strong right-handed save as well. Gets it away from the follow-up.
That's Orange County's best chance in some time. Nearly a reinvigorating moment for Richard Chaplow's group. There's still 7 minutes left for them to find it.
Orange County clearly playing with just 3 at the back now. Pushing forward, pushing players forward. Beautiful.
Milan Iloski playing it out wide. Getting it back.
Oh, momentum is gone.
And Mertz picks off the pass right on cue. Free kick, Pittsburgh.
Brian Iloski over on that right-hand side had to be able to get a shot off. And look at that, just one time, brilliant technique. And brilliant save as well by Jamal Waite. Look at that strong right hand.
Big moment. Forbes able to thread it through Ibarra. Taken off to this near side. Sims into the middle. Griffin. Was that a foul? Yes, it was.
Looks like they're going to call the foul against Pittsburgh. It'll be interesting to see this.
Mertz is booked for the challenge.
Thought Mertz had possession, and the tackle came in from behind. Ball played into Mertz. Oh, there it is. It was Mertz. Yeah, good call by the referee. The touch was long there, and yep.
Went through the player before he got a touch onto the ball. Rakowski will get it forward with 5 minutes left. Least of the 90. There could be some stoppage time as well, of course. Griffin. Dikwa gets dispossessed in the end. It is out for a goal kick. Bryce Jameson is going to come on for Brian Iloski. Orange County just signed Bryce Jameson from the Barca Residency Academy to a multi-year deal this week. One of the top under-18 players in the U.S.
That's pedigree.
No question about that. It's his Orange County debut. And we'll see how he does in these last few minutes.
Well, there's only one thing on the agenda right now, which is to get a goal some way, somehow. So let's see if he drops into that attacking midfield area or joins the forward line.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. USL All Access Tuesday night, 7 Eastern. plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Three minutes of the 90 left. Injury time pending following that. Ball looped in again, it's cleared away. Orange County settle for a throw.
With Kubo Torres still in the mix, so good in the air. Orange County will do well just to put this in the mixer. Another Richards missile.
Can Orange County keep their playoff hopes alive? Good leap by Jamali Waite again in traffic over the top of Powers.
Sean, can't tell you the amount of bodies he had to go through to get a hold of that. And you test keepers on crosses, not too much on shots. And Jamal Waite just commanding his box.
Crucial moment again from the Pittsburgh goalkeeper. Rakowski just kept in that errant pass. Wheat awkwardly trying to clear that. Torres heading it on for Milan Oloski, who tries to chip Jamali Waite. Good luck with that. He makes the catch.
Wow. Milan Oloski trying something out of nothing. Doesn't work out, but it just shows where his headspace is, Sean. He's willing to try a shot from any angle at any time. What about the Pittsburgh defense? Just tracking back, crowding him all game long. They allowed 1 second of daylight. And it took a brilliant save by Jamal Waite to keep the score at 1-0. But I think so far Pittsburgh have won the battle against Milan Oloski.
Had a couple of chances earlier in the half to bring Orange County level. Jamison gives chase on this far side. It's Kelly trying to weave a run through. And Pittsburgh are nearly there. Orange County at the moment, still a little bit of time left, but potentially being pushed closer towards the exits here from the postseason. Ball's lifted over the top. Waite committed. Ball's kept in play. Cross into the middle. It's in. Milan Oloski, when they needed him most, equalizes for Orange County. The defending champions are level. Incredible. They may very well keep their playoff hopes alive. 1-1.
They've been dangerous all night long when going direct to their forwards, whether it was a Coley, this time it was Torres, in between the center backs. Look at this touch, away from trouble, now looks up and puts it on a platter. Would you like wine with that cheese? And it's 1-1.
21st goal of the season for the leader in the Golden Boot race. And when the defending champions needed him most, he delivers. And there's more high-mark heartbreak for Pittsburgh.
Wow. Just like that, Orange County, they've been playing on the counter-attack all game long with Pittsburgh possessing. And now Bob Lilly, who lost the last game 2-1 to Birmingham after a 1-0 lead, now gives up another lead at 1-1. Going to the officials now, trying to find out how much time he has to try and get another one.
He's got 4 minutes. There were some substitutions that were made. Dane Kelly, he's now on for Pittsburgh. I think Toby Sims, who was one of the second half substitutes, has been substituted here. I wonder if that was for an injury. Luis Argudo, he's on as well for Pittsburgh as we enter the final moments here. Well, you said it earlier, Ryan, that you'd be shocked if this game finished 1-0.
Yeah.
Here we are at 1-1, and there's still plenty of time left for a winner.
The way Orange County have committed to getting a result, any kind of result other than a loss. The game could have only gone one way.
Pittsburgh still have time. Argudo. Dikwa. Dikwa into the middle. Headed away, but not cleared. No foul.
Uh-oh.
Chance for Orange County to counter. Torres up ahead. And Milanilowski actually looked over for the flag before he continued his run and saw that it had gone up.
Now, because Orange County have been throwing caution to the wind over the last 20 minutes, they are used now to the scrambling. Pittsburgh now are trying to shift gears.
Can Pittsburgh pick up the pieces? Or will it be 5 winless here at Highmark and another huge missed opportunity to climb the table? When we talk about Pittsburgh wanting to get a home playoff game, they can't get a home playoff, or I should say home regular season win at the moment. Not that it's been easy opposition, make no mistake about that, but they are chasing it again late here. Wheat's ball across is over the top and out of play with a minute and maybe a little bit more after that.
That was pure fatigue by Shane Wheats. Just couldn't get his foot around the ball, just tired legs. And this man is going to be asking himself the question, how do we hold on to a lead? Usually Bob Lilly's teams, it's a foregone conclusion. They're like the Italians, went up a goal and now just can't seem to figure it out.
In Orange County, I mean, we were just talking about potentially writing their obituary, not saying that this, you know, puts them on track for the playoffs. They really needed a win tonight for that, but they have some more defending to do here. Argudo loses his footing. It falls for Wheat. Back into the middle. Still a chance to cross it, and in the end it falls to Rakowski. But just to finish the point, incredible resolve from the defending champions just to still give themselves a chance. That's it. Orange County survives for now in the USL Championship playoff hunt. They score a late equalizer to salvage a point at Highmark. More home frustrations for Bob Lilly's Riverhounds. No wins in 5 here at home. But the Orange County Championship medal comes to the fore, and Milanilowski salvages a point for the defending champions.
He comes up trumps yet again, and it's his direct play and clinical finishing gets Orange County back level and gets a point tonight.
We'll wrap it all next from Pittsburgh.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Well, Milanilowski, he's the Golden Boot leader for a reason. His 21st goal of the season gives Orange County a valuable point in Pittsburgh. A loss could have seen them completely out of the postseason race, but a draw keeps their slim hopes alive of getting into the party. More frustration here at Highmark for Bob Lilly and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis here with you to wrap things up in the Steel City. Let's look at the full-time highlights from this one. 4 minutes in, Albert Dikwa got Pittsburgh off to the perfect start.
Well, Kenardo Forbes with eyes behind his head picks out Dikwa, one touch past the keeper and the other one to finish. Just a brilliant start. His 8th opening goal of a game for the season, 11 total. He's been clinical.
And you thought maybe Pittsburgh would go on from there and get the 3 points. They nearly did. 70th minute, Pittsburgh had a chance to make it 2.
But Robbie Moore's close touch gets enough daylight for him to get a shot off. But what about this save by Rakowski?
2 minutes later, this is where Orange County in the second half really started to shine.
Well, they've been coming on the wings, just couldn't get around it. This was Casiple. He had 2 players, Kubo Torres and Akowin in the middle, couldn't get the cross in, but they started to go direct, Sean, and started to pick apart those 3 centre-backs. And then Iloski gets a shot off. Guess what? That was going to be a sign of things to come. Just a little bit of daylight. And what about that save by Jamal Reid?
The best don't need many opportunities, and in the 90th minute, Milan Iloski took the big chance for Orange County.
Direct again, Kubo Torres looks up, puts it right in his path, and number 7 gets goal number 21 to earn Orange County a valuable point on the road.
Remarkable resolve from Richard Chaplow's group. Here are the full-time match stats. They don't look a whole lot different, frankly, from the first half, but in the end, Orange County's fight really willed them to the point in the end.
The 11 shots from only 46% possession showed their efficiency in the last third. Pittsburgh wasteful, too slow, too methodical in the last third. Didn't create that many chances and only mustered up 1 goal.
In the end, it's a big 2 points dropped for Pittsburgh. Tampa Bay and Birmingham will be smiling ahead of them in the Eastern Conference table. The defending champions needed a result tonight to stay in the playoff race. They got it from the potential Golden Boot winner as Milan Iloski salvages a point. For Ryan Davis and our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Highmark. A thrilling game finishes 1 each in Pittsburgh.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.